At this point, we have a house that has a first floor, second floor, and now a basement level. So next, we're ready to go ahead and create some stairs to connect the different levels. To begin with, when we're creating the stairs, you typically want to be on the lower level of the stairs you're trying to create. So I'm going to start by creating a set of stairs that go from the first floor to the second floor. So I want to start out on the first floor. In the tutorial from your textbook, in order to lay out your stairs and have them placed properly, you're told to sketch a little construction line in, which we'll certainly do. You could also experiment around with placing your stairs on your own, but to match the tutorial, I'll go to the Annotate tab, and then I'm going to use the Detail Line tool. Now your textbook shows you that you want to create a 9 foot 5 inch long detail line starting on this wall, and it needs to be 6 foot 6 inches from this wall. So I'm going to tell you not to worry about the 6 foot 6 and focus on the 9 foot 5, because it's really hard to change the 9 foot 5 afterwards. So as I start to draw this line, remember that you can adjust the units by moving in closer. So if I'm looking for 9 foot 5, I'll click when I see that. There we go. I'll escape a couple times to cancel back out of that. Select this line, and I can see a dimension of 6 foot 8 here to this wall. It's kind of hard to tell, but in the tutorial, the 6 foot 6 dimension needs to be from the inside surface. So I'm going to click on this witness line until it's on the inside surface, and adjust it to 6 foot 6. So now I'm ready to draw in my U-shaped stairs. I'll begin by going to the Architecture tab and choosing the Stair tool. We've got some different styles of stairs that we can use. In terms of closed versus open, that's really dealing with the stringer and what the side of the stairs look like. In each case, they'll have some railing. We also have some monolithic stairs, so if I'm doing maybe some concrete steps for a front porch, I can use that tool. But I'll just start with the default residential closed 2 sides. If you take a look at the properties here, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to start on the level that you're on and go up to the level above. So I can see it's going from the first floor to second floor, which is going to be 9 feet based upon the levels that have already been created. If we look at how many risers it's going to create 16 risers, and that's based upon the riser height of 6 3/4 inch each. Now, for this tutorial, you're going to leave it just the same, the way it is. But when you're working on your houses later on this semester, if you are having a hard time fitting your stairs into a given space, you can reduce the number of risers and treads by changing the riser height. The riser height is driven by some rules. If I click on Edit Type here to get into the stairs, I can see that the maximum riser height of these stairs is 7 inches. I'm going to change that to 8 inches and click OK. Typically 7.5 inch to 7 3/4 inches is a good size for risers. As I can see, this went up to just about 7 3/4 inches, but you'll notice the risers dropped from 16 to 14, so that's going to give me almost a couple of feet extra to fit my stairs in. Again, I'm not going to make that change on this tutorial, but later when you're working on your houses, that might be a good change for you to make. I'm going to undo until it's back to 16 risers. So now I'm going to line up my stairs, and you want this line to be the center line of your first set of stairs. Notice up here that it is going to be a 3 foot wide set of stairs, and that my location line is set to the center. So I'll begin by clicking on this endpoint here, and if you look here at the gray text underneath my stairs, it's showing me basically that I'm going to have the 16 risers we talked about earlier, and every time I move my mouse, it's telling me how many risers I've created and how many are remaining. So if I want to go completely from the first floor to the second floor, I need to make sure I create all risers. So I'll bring my mouse up until it says that I have 8 risers created, 8 remaining, and click. Now you do not have to draw the landing in, that will be done automatically for you. But if you think in terms of walking up the stairs here, as I come around, this wall is going to be on my left. So for my next little run of stairs here, I'm going to change my location line up here to left. now I'm going to track off of this point that was created earlier, and where it hits the wall over here, that's going to be the left side of my stairs. So when I click, I can go all the way down past the end to make sure I've created all the risers I need. Notice that it's creating the landing for me there. Then I can come back up top and click on my Finish button to create my stairs. So let's talk about what we're seeing here. I'm told that I'm walking up the stairs as I go this direction. You'll see some visible lines and some hidden lines. The visible portion is basically what I can see in that 4-foot cutoff level. So remember, our view range is 4 feet off the ground. So all the hidden stuff is above my 4-foot view range, but instead of making it not seen at all, we're giving it as hidden lines so that we know where the stairs are. If I switch back to 3D, I can see what those stairs look like as well. Let's say, for the sake of argument, if I were to return to the first floor level, I wanted to walk up the stairs going this direction instead. I can just select the stairs and click on this little flip arrow. And you'll notice that the up is now on this side, and if I switch back to 3D, you can see the stairs are going the opposite direction. If I undo and redo, you can obviously tell the changes that are going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it the way it was initially and jump back down to the basement to create the stairs here. On this one, you're not going to create a construction line, you're going to snap to some of the existing geometry that's down here. So I'm going to begin with my stair tool, and this time I'm going to choose the open two sides so that you can see what that looks like and the differences. The biggest thing you need to watch out for when you're creating stairs is the stairs always start on the level that you're on. I'm on the basement level, and they always go up to the next level in my elevations. So if I take a look at my elevation, I'm on the basement level, the next level up is foundation. That's not where I want my stairs to stop. I want them to go all the way to the first floor. So, as you can see here, it's going from basement to foundation and only giving me 7'3" height. I want to switch the top level to first floor. Now I've got 8'6" height and 15 risers. So to create these stairs, they're going to align with this wall right here. So I'm going to begin by creating my run. Now, a lot of times the run tool is on automatically. Occasionally you might do something like I just did there. I switched between views, so my run tool turned off. So I'm going to come back up top here and click on run. And that now opens up my options bar again. And I can see I've got a 3-foot width, and my run is set to left, which is actually what I want. So I'll snap to the corner of this wall and create 7 risers. Then I'm going to switch to the right side of the stairs so that I can snap to that point right there. So run right, snap to that corner, and then again I'll just finish by going all the way past the stairs so that I've created all the risers necessary. I'll go ahead and choose my green check mark to finish. Switch back to 3D mode. And then you can see the stairs in there as well. So you can really see the difference between the closed and the open stairs. So the closed has a little cover on the stringer on the sides, and the open does not. Additionally, you can also modify railings. You can delete them, you can change them into additional or different types. So for example, I can click on this railing and just hit delete and it's gone. I can click on another railing and choose the family drop down and choose a different type as well. Looks like I've got a little message about that one, but I'm going to undo anyways. But just want you to see that you do have some different options for your railings. So once more, that's just a brief look at creating stairs in Autodesk Revit.